Hello and welcome to
Mead in the USA.
I'm the Heathen Chips and this is my associate, Mr. Gray.
Good afternoon.
We're back at it trying another round of 10 meads to see where we're at from 3 years ago. This one's Maine.
Maine it is. Well, pleasant. A little, sweet. Slight alcoholic tinge.
Light.
Mm-hmm.
Light. Floral honey.
Floral, sweet. I dare say, like, once it hits the tongue, a little evaporation. Sour.
Kind of got a lemony flavor towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
I like this for springtime.
I would say springtime, like I was saying, as you roll, it's like, actually, as you roll across the tongue, it's a little thicker than I would expect.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're finding, like, the thicker meats tend to be a little sweeter. Almost like they have that, retaining almost that memory of the honey, the raw honey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that, though.
All right, Maine. Good stuff.
Catbird?
Kyle was suggesting once I pulled the top off to go ahead and throw have a pan underneath and throw because that would help disperse the heat a little bit better and keep it from burning, but also to throw a little bit of water in there to keep it from getting like too hardcore and stuff.
It's also supposed to help it form a better crust on the outside when you do that.
Actually, if you toast this, really good.
I feel like toasted with some homemade butter and
Yeah, that's what I usually go for.
Honey butter.
I'm kind of looking for it to get a little more sour. Not that real tiny flavor.
Well, it's got to work in an office cubicle for 10 years.
All right, now we're on to Arkansas. Arkansas.
Flat.
Yeah.
More alcohol than anything, yeah. It just, again, that little bit of that like rubbery taste on the very end.
It's got a very muted smell to it too. I was gonna say it's not quite citrusy, not floral.
I think it's just like, I think it's just a muted honey.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it might benefit by mixing with something one of the sweeter ones.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's angry. It's an angry mead.
Yeah, it's an angry mead. All right, well, Arkansas, something to be desired.
Mm-hmm. Virginia.
All right, you want to go for it?
Yep. Nice floral. A little muted. Sweet, not too sweet. Definitely picking up the honey.
It's a definitely springy kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It really hits you from the tip there.
Maybe a little too sweet, but like a lot. But no, I think this would be definitely a nice summer sipping on the cooler side. So I think we always have that debate of like, ice cold, room temp, hot.
Yeah.
I think this definitely paired like with benefits being a little colder.
Yeah, I think I could definitely see this for in the springtime.
This one.
It's got a darker kind of floral scent to it than a lot of other ones we've had. A lot of them come off kind of that lighter floral scent. This one's got a little bit more earthiness to it.
So no, this like I do it. I think it's the process or the taste. It's very much like with regular just raw honey. It's like you got the honey, the sweet, and you got a little bit of a musk, and this is like I think just the kind of the pure sweetness of the honey. So I do enjoy it.
All right, Virginia, good stuff. It'll be fun to work with later. All right, on to New Hampshire.
Yep. All right. Get a little bit of sweet, effervescent, a little bit of the alcohol.
That's a good way. Not a lot of floral to it. A little bit.
That's surprising. It comes in sweet and then just kind of just mutes. It goes a little musky.
Yeah, kind of. I feel like that flavor, then it shoots to alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost like a white wine.
You know when it gets playful afterwards.
Yeah.
Got a little. Do you get peach?
No, I can see what you're saying. Yeah. Like on that initial, and then I'm trying to play it across the tongue, and it's just say no. It's doing a lot of things here.
It's weird how more playful it is that it's not. You're not drinking it. When you drink it, it's like a barrage of the flavor, and it doesn't hit the tongue so well. But afterwards, when it kind of mellows out in the after flavor, It's almost better as a memory.
Yeah, like I'm just sitting on there. Yeah.
Best as a memory.
Nice place to visit. Wouldn't want to live there.
Well, this is New Hampshire, so.
Damn. All right. Washington.
Again, honey, but I'm getting a little more alcohol.
I'm getting a little more apples.
Okay.
This one.
Ooh. Sour, Granny Smith apple, but sweetness of a honey.
Mm.
They're almost like separate. They're not melding, but you know, there's a dance.
Agreed.
Distinct flavors, but they're not overruling each other, so it almost balances out.
Yeah. It's kind of more like a tango. Kind of nice and happy and stuff between. You get the lemony in there,
Yeah.
or not lemon. Actually, lime. I think I get a little bit of lime more in there.
Yeah, a little bit sour on the back end, but as you drink it more, it kind of just mellows that out. And again, it's like that aftertaste.
Mm. The smell is very, very thick honey.
Mm-hmm. I dare almost say that like the feel on the tongue is thick. It's pretty good. Like it's definitely one of those. The more you drink it, I think the easier it goes down.
It almost feels like there's a little bit of plum or
Okay. Yeah, I can see plum.
or pear in there.
I'd lean more with plum. Yeah, it's got that kind of. It's not really present, but the noticeable part of it is kind of that darker side of it.
It's very much like you notice it, but it's like it doesn't come to the front of your mind until somebody says like I taste plum. You're like, oh yeah, it's in there.
Mm.
It's in the background. Pops out to the side.
All right.
All right.
Washington.
Good job.
That's it. Illinois.
Illinois. It's kind of funny. All the talk about pears. I'm gonna get a little bit of a pear on this one. The initial sniff.
I get more grapefruit.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
It's like it's not too. It's like a proper kind of semi-sweet where it's real right on that line.
Yeah. I get the grapefruit on the taste. Almost like a. It's like a dry white wine meets grapefruit.
It's kind of like if grapefruit had the same sourness of lemon.
Yeah.
You do not look happy at all.
I fucking hate grapefruit.
Illinois. I think that explains a lot for us. I like grapefruit, so I like it.
Yeah. You like grapefruit? It's
The smell isn't bad. The smell is very inviting. The taste, though, there's
a little stringent.
yes, but
like it's a fruity flavor.
Mm-hmm.
There's an almost mintiness to it.
That's an interesting add-in.
lemongrass.
Nah, not quite there.
Democrat.
I do like that it's like a grapefruit flavor, but it's not so sharp. It's not so like punch you in the face kind of deal. It's tolerable.
I think this is almost like it's not necessarily bad, but I think it's going to be solely person to person based on their preference and taste profile.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a little more sweetness, I think would be kind of a little more mass appeal, but it's not terrible. I think it's more of either an acquired taste or just for those who like grapefruit.
All right. Well, Illinois, I've been more disappointed in us. So
Tastes like ferocious.
tastes pretty good.
What state are we ready going into now?
Pennsylvania.
Coal country. On to Pennsylvania.
Perry kind of flavor right off the bat.
It's perry, but then it just stops, and I think this is this watery, rusty, metallic. No, it's like rusty water. Sharp.
For how sharp it is, oddly enough, it's not off-putting to me.
No. Would I dare say pomegranate?
I could see that.
It's flirty with pomegranate.
It's kind of like it promises with the sense some darker flavors, but it doesn't really deliver in the way you expect it.
Like I said, you think it's going to crescendo, and it just plateaus, and it's kind of just flat. But there's still taste there. It's like almost like a fruity, sharp, not quite an alcoholic sharp, but just
It's a lot more.
almost lemony, limey, kind of like an acidic.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a fruity acidic.
You know what's weird is I usually like things a bit on the sweeter side, but I kind of actually do like this for how dry it feels.
It's almost it's like a dry Chardonnay, almost like maybe a root champagne. It's kind of in that category.
But it's like that more in flavor than it
Yeah.
is like texture.
It's very, yeah, it's got flavor.
I think that texture helps along
Yeah.
with it, but
It's a very it's dare say complex. There's like a lot of flavor. It's dry, and it kind of plateaus, but it's not necessarily unpleasant. If we were drinking sweet meads all day, we'd bring this one in to kind of like
yeah,
cut through
bring
all of that,
Bring
yeah.
that variance. That's a good way of putting this. We should use this for like a
palate cleanser
palate cleanser. Yeah.
or an alternate. Maybe I'm kind of curious if like we alternated between sweet and this one. What do we do like our palate over time?
Mm-hmm. That would be fun to play with.
Mm-hmm. So again, it's an oddball one. It's one of those things. It's like some people tolerate it, some people won't. But I think it's more of a kind of exploration of taste buds.
All
All
right.
right, Pennsylvania. An interesting one.
This will be fun to play with later. You know what I get a little bit of too? Apple vinegar.
Yes, maybe that's the
I can definitely see like a vinegary taste.
All right, I guess we're on to Oregon.
You know, I'm getting the sweetness, the alcohol, the honey. Do I dare detect nuttiness?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
With every breath
Huh.
you take, lung full of nut you get.
Very nutty in my mouth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love you just the way you are.
Hmm.
Toasted pine nut is what I'm getting.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm getting.
It does not get the female seal of approval.
Well, mead is for Vikings. The Vikings were mostly male.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were just trying to get drunk, man. That's
There's a certain earthiness, which might be the pine nut that you're detecting.
Or it could be pine nut. I don't know what these crazy bees are up to.
there's like a tartness that I can't.
There's tartness. Yeah,
I can't pin it though. It doesn't come off like lemon or anything like that. Anything that we stereotypically come across. It's like the honey just has enough prevention from it getting to get into a sharp point.
Like a vinegar interaction with the sweetness of the honey.
A very diluted vinegar, I could give some of that.
Yeah, so that would almost be the chemistry of like the fermentation process. I actually kind of enjoy it, yeah.
Yeah, it's that weird tug of war in your brain. Be like, I don't hate it. Love, it's a hard word, but
It's definitely one of those things. Like the first few sips is like you're just trying to decode it. So you're just like, okay, I don't hate it, don't like it. I'm more trying to like understand it.
and the texture too. It's actually pretty pleasant overall too. I wouldn't say it's velvet or anything, but it's nice and smooth.
All right, Oregon, that's
Oregon? Yeah.
pretty good.
I like it. I like it. So I'm going to take that. Thank you, Oregon.
Into Colorado.
Much more playful.
Playful, fruity. You get a hint of alcohol.
I almost want to say apricot-y.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Again, another one that's starts sweet, finishes, I dare say tart.
I mean, considering how sweet it overall is, I feel like ending on tart is a little harsh to say, but with the general theme and flavor, sure.
Because it's not overly, stomach upsettingly sweet. It's like oh, so this is gonna be a bad ride, and all of a sudden it's like, we're just gonna cover
This
that.
is a lot closer to like a dessert wine.
Yes.
I could see this pairing specifically with like German chocolate cake.
Yes.
Agreed.
Like more dark chocolate. Oh yeah. Like it's again one of those things like it's like too much. It's almost too much sweet, but no, definitely if you pair it with a food item.
I could see cooking some lamb or duck with this and be,
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Pouring this over a ham, actually.
yeah.
Oh, the salt would make it. Ooh.
The effervescence comes out. Duck would be interesting. Tangerine kind of stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be a good flavor profile to go with this one, tangerine. All right, I like this one. This plays a lot. We got a lot to play with. We could use this for.
Good job.
Good stuff.
On to Alaska.
Yep, on to Alaska.
Nice. Yeah. Damn, you beautiful bitch.
Oh, it's kind of sweet, a little muted on the smell.
Slight floral, but very muted in floral.
Vinegary sting. It is underlined. The sweetness I think is covered up, but I'm getting a little bit of a sweetened vinegar.
It's kind of like a soda vinegar.
Yeah. Or I dare say because I'll make a honey and apple cider vinegar for chicken.
Which is interesting. That texture to it is thick. Like the honey itself, the flavor of the honey kind of actively.
It's almost a play. I would almost say it's a play against like vinegar and honey and sweetness, and it's a pleasant taste.
It's just weird that I feel like that's where I feel the honey's the most prevalent is
Yeah.
in the texture instead of the scent or the flavor.
Like I said, I think we're getting like that's where I'm like it's the vinegar is the honey is almost counteracting almost I would say like almost vinaigeriness, and it's kind of that middle tone where it's like almost too much, but it's like no, it's actually
Yeah, there's like a slight lemony flavor
Yeah.
that kind of it's very undertone-ish. Well, I'm not in love with the flavor directly.
I'm liking it though. It is a little bit. It plays between the extremes, but in the end, I think
It's got apple sweetness, but not flavor.
You know what it makes me think more of is that was that Applejack or something? Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
it's like
that moonshiny version.
the moonshine. It's like is that cinnamon? No, it's not cinnamon. It has a sting of cinnamon. The spice, almost like a spicy apple.
Yeah.
I like it. It's just interesting. I'm kind of curious. Being in Alaska, where they
I mean, the big bit out there is for the fireweed, but most of the honeys are infused with the honeyweed. It's not, like a monoflower kind of deal.
Alaska is known for apples, gooseberries, crowberries,
Gooseberry.
and a lot of different gourds.
You know, I think the more you let it sit on the tongue without taking another sip, the more you start getting some of that appley, that tart apple kind of flavor.
so.
Twapple.
All right.
I think it's got a lot of areas that can be utilized to improve upon and definitely bolster different areas with that. All right, so I guess that's it for what we got for right now.
I think we're good.
All right, well, till next time.
Till we meet again.
Thanks a lot.